Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about why she will come back after rejecting you. Okay, so the main reason why she will come back after rejecting you is because she still loves you and she still cares about you. Now, a woman that rejects you, that doesn't care about you, you'll just never hear from again. But if she comes back after rejecting you, it's because she still cares about you in some way or loves you in some way, right? Has that romantic feeling towards you, okay? So that's what will make her come back to you, right? So that's the main point that I want to put across. Now I'm going to give you some additional things as well that may help you, okay? So another reason that could make her come back, right, which is a little bit more subtle, isn't quite as big as her still having feelings for you, or it could be additional with this as well, is that she'll come back if you have improved all points of your life, all different areas of your life, and you're now on a really exciting journey, right? Because what can happen is if, let's say someone like from your past looks at your social media page and they can see how much you've improved, perhaps it could be financially, it could be, physically, it could be that you're just doing lots of different cool and interesting things. That can make someone look at your life and think, oh yeah, I really want to be a part of that, right? So if you're not yet at a part of your life where you are happy with it, then I highly recommend that you try and work towards that, okay? Something that I tell a lot of people that come across my channel, different clients that I have, and I usually talk about it in most videos, that, get yourself a 5-year plan. If you're not happy with where you are, you need to change that. You need to fix that, okay? And the best way they can do that is to give yourself a 5-year plan. Right? You can give yourself a 10-year one as well and a 20-year one, whatever. You can have as many plans as you want. You can have a plan for this year too, right? Just for this year. But ultimately, you want to figure out where you want to be, right? What kind of life do I want to live? Let's say in 5 years' time, right? I think that's a good amount of time to get things sorted, okay? So what kind of body would you like to have? What kind of career would you like? What kind of money do you want to be earning? What kind of skills do you want to know? What kind of places do you want to travel to if you want to travel? What kind of area do you want to live in? Figure out all that stuff out. Figure out how you would have your life if you could have it if it could be perfect, basically. What would that look like for you? And then you figure out what you can do, some action that you can take to get you there. Because these things are not going to happen from you just sitting there meditating about it, right? You have to take action, right? To figure out what you need to do to get you to where you want to be, okay? And not only will that help you maybe re-attract an ex or someone that's rejected you, or maybe it's about attracting better quality people into your life, better quality women into your life. Because if you start improving your own value and the way that because not only just the value that the world sees on you, but also the value that you feel in yourself. Because if you are someone with low self-esteem, you don't really like your life, then you're probably going to attract women that are like that too, that have low self-esteem and don't like their life. But if you have high self-esteem because you love your life and you like your life and you've worked on that, and you're working on how much income you're getting, you're working on how attractive, making your body more attractive and more fitter and stronger, that's really going to help. That's really going to help you attract women who are more in line with that, right? Because the world is kind of weird, right? We kind of attract what we become. Okay, so if you're someone with low confidence who doesn't like themselves very much, then you're going to attract women that are kind of like that, right? And you're going to have turbulent, maybe even toxic relationships, because basically two wrongs don't make a right. So if you have self-esteem issues and you meet a woman who's got self-esteem issues, that's just going to create a whole sort of kind of worms of problems, right? But if you have high self-esteem and you respect yourself, right? Women that you come across that have low self-esteem, that don't like themselves very much, that's probably going to turn you off a little bit. You're going to want to find someone who you can kind of, I guess, pitch and catch with, right? Someone who's on your level, essentially, right? Even if they're not on your level in certain areas, there is a lot of, you complement each other, basically, right? And you can only really do that and find a good match for you, where it's going to actually work and be healthy, if you get healthy yourself, get healthily mentally, and you can do that by getting a therapist or a counselor. That may help, or working on your own stuff on your own. But if you've gone through a lot of issues in your life, you may need a counselor or a therapist, right? that you get yourself right mentally, get yourself right physically, so you can have, have better chances of attracting different women, right? The way that you do that is by obviously exercising and eating the right things. You may need to experiment to figure out what's right for you and what's wrong for you, but eventually you'll get it right. And if you work on your financial health, your spiritual health, and you're happy with your life and you're happy with the things that you're learning in life, learning new skills, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel great about yourself because you're working on things and you're moving your life forward. You're moving your life from where it is now to where you want it to be. Now, it doesn't mean that you're happy with your life, because you may not be for a while. It may take you a long time to get you to where you want to go. Right? It may take the full 5 years, or maybe it'll take even longer. But at least if you're working towards it and you're working on it, you at least will be happy with the path that you're on, right? And that's going to help you tremendously, right? Really, like, you got to try and improve every single facet of your life, especially if you're not happy with it. If you're unhappy with your life, you need to change that. And guess what? Only you can change that, okay? You can't change the government. You can't change other people. You can't change your ex. The only thing that you can change is yourself and your own life. And you can totally 100% do that. But it does require effort. It does require a lot of effort sometimes, okay? So you got to be willing to do that. You've got to rescue yourself. If that's one thing I've learned in life, it's that you've got to save yourself. Right? That's one of the harshest lessons I've ever learned in my life, is that no one's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. You have to do that. Okay? If you're not happy, you have to change it. Otherwise, you're always just going to live your whole life unhappy. Don't be waiting for some unexpected, I don't know, like wodge of cash to just enter your pockets, or for someone to come and intervene and help you, right? That's not going to happen. It's very unlikely that that's going to happen. You have to do it yourself. You have to create your own luck, okay? And you can get help with that by checking out my other channel, my personal development channel. I'll leave it in the cards up here, okay? You can, I give a lot of tips on being persistent, how to create a better life for yourself, how to motivate yourself and things like that. So go and check that out if you would like to. So another thing though is, this is the last point I want to make, and that is, will you want her back if she's rejected you? Right? If she comes back after rejecting you, you got to think about that. Like, do I even want her back? Especially if she, for example, has started to date other people, maybe even slept with some other people in between that time. Do you really want that? That wouldn't sit well with me, pretty much, right? So that's something else to consider as well. Will you even want her back? Perhaps you learn a lot of stuff, like what I did, and when I started to learn these different things, and maybe you can actually now start to see, actually that woman was kind of toxic, or, there were some red flags there, or, actually she wasn't really what I wanted, right? So that may be something that happens as well, okay? Will you even want her back? Okay, so ultimately, what you got to do is you got to not focus on her anymore. You got to focus on yourself. If she loves you still and has feelings for you, she'll come back, right? She will admit her mistake. That will happen if she still cares about you. But you don't know if that's going to happen. She may not, or she may. Right? You may never hear from her again, or she may come back. You don't know. So you got to focus on you, because you can't control what she does. You can only control what you do. So focus on you. Put the focus back on you. Don't look at her social media pages. Don't watch her stories. Don't do anything in regards to her. Focus on you. Focus on you getting better. Focus on you creating a better life for yourself. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Bye, guys.